Hi flower friends, I'm Rosie from the Hopeful Flower Company. I realised when I was putting together this first of my weekly vlogs that I didn't actually do any intro to it, so I just sort of jumped straight in. So I thought I would do a really quick introduction and then show you my week. So I am a first year flower farmer living and growing in the Peak District. I live in the lovely Hope Valley and I am growing on a 300 and something square metre site. It's actually a allotment, but they're not, they were brand new sort of last year, so we took it on as a blank slate last year. And I decided late last year that that's what I wanted to do with it. And yeah, so I'm kind of in a weird part of the season now where we've still got quite a lot of flowers. I've probably got a couple of months left worth of flowers selling. Got a couple of weddings and things like that still going on. So I had a wedding in this week that you're going to watch, and I'm also starting to sow perennials and hardy annuals. So yeah, we start the week by looking at what I'm sowing, how I'm sowing it in a very small space. This is very realistic. I don't have a big beautiful workshop. I do everything from my house, which is a small cottage, and yeah, so it's not aesthetic, let's say that, but it is realistic and hopefully you enjoy it. And yeah, this is something I'm going to try and start doing for the next few weeks if I've got time. Put together these videos and yeah, show you what I do in a week with the flower farming. This isn't my full-time job. This is my part-time but very, very full-on job, and I love it, and I'm loving this year despite the fact we've had no rain. So yeah, hope you enjoy. So what you might have noticed is that I'm low on space. So I try and do everything in a way that is helpful in terms of reducing how much space I work with. So I've got all of these pots with fresh soil in them for my Sweet William seedlings, and I try and do everything in sort of batches. So fill the pots with soil, all of them, get all the seedlings out of their trays, put them in the top of the pots, and then I can just use my dibber. I love this. It's a bit like a wand actually, I've just realised. Not intentional. And although I guess I'm creating magic, right? Here come the bad jokes. Anyway, oh, classic. I've got two that I haven't done, so I'll put those on. Yeah, so this is how I do it. And obviously the other thing you could do is just start them all in bigger pots, but it's just the way I've done it this year. And yeah, so I've got 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 23 plants here, just of the white albus variety. It's really lovely. And I've got a few more actually that could do with potting up, so but that's a lot that given that each one will produce more than one stem. and the space that I've got to put them in. So yeah, so these needed really good water, and then they'll just go outside. I leave these guys outside, I don't put them in the greenhouse, and they do pretty good. So yeah. Right, sowing done. I'm going to show you the greenhouse now. The greenhouse is not mine, it's owned by my neighbours. They very kindly let me borrow it, but it is quite chaotic. So here's all the seeds. So all of these are perennials. So got my echinarps, coreopsis, feverfew, two different types, two scabious, so a white and a blue, and then some Cephalaria gigantica, which is a lovely big plant, very similar to scabious but lovely pale yellow. This is my agastache, which I'm really excited about, and then two different types of loosestrife, a crimson and then the white loose gooseneck, and then two types of echinacea, just the regular Magnus and this lovely yellow one, and then two different types of delphiniums, so a cherry one and then a mix. And these are the lupins, which germinated from one of my own plants that I collected the seed. Pretty good germination. These guys are a bit behind, but yeah. So I've actually ordered quite a lot of perennials from JP Parker's, which are a really good wholesale producer of perennials. So I've got things like delphiniums, so other delphiniums in case these don't work, and I want to put them in sort of earlier to get them going. It's quite a harsh site. It's not a huge amount of protection at the moment, but I'm getting there with that and putting in shrubs. Yeah, so I want to try and put those in as early as possible. I've got some GMs coming, so a lovely yellow GM and a red GM, and then yeah, loads of other bits and pieces which I will hopefully talk about next week, which I'm really excited about. So yeah, that's all done. I'm gonna go have a shower because I am grubby. So it is Tuesday. I'm at the flower field and it is about 7:15 in the morning. It's very warm at the moment, so we are being an early bird to catch the cool weather, because flowers don't like being cut in the heat. We've got a few flowers to cut, so I've got orders. I've got a big bouquet that I'm doing for tomorrow. It's actually for my friend's birthday, one of my best friend's birthday, which is really exciting. And I've also got two bouquets for a wedding, a really small elopement that's happening tomorrow, which I'm really excited about. So yeah, we're going to cut those. We're also going to water before it gets too hot. So yeah, I'm going to do that. And the reason I'm cutting now is because flowers need to condition before I use them. So what that means is basically flowers need to have a good drink. So we cut them straight into cold water, and they can sit in the cool in the house. I'm really lucky that I live in a old stone cottage. The downstairs stays pretty cool. I don't use a cooler. I'm not like in America where we have like fridges and stuff. It tends to not get too hot here, although it's only going to get up to like 26, 27 degrees, but that's pretty warm for us. And yeah, the flowers don't like it. So that's why I'm cutting so early. We've got a little turn along. So these are my dahlias. They've been a bit slow because I didn't really look after them, but this guy's gonna be ready soon. But they're looking okay actually. I was a bit worried that they might look a bit sad, but isn't she beautiful? So she is going in. This is Evelyn, and she is going to go into my bridal bouquet. And you can see more. So what I might do is I'm going to chop these off. We'll do that in a minute. We've also got lots of this gorgeous cosmos that we're going to use. These have gone over, but yeah, look at that, so pretty. So the bride's bouquet there is definitely like a lilac-y purple theme to it. So we're going to use a little bit of, I think this will be really nice. This one's too far gone, it's been pollinated, so we won't use him. We might be able to use this one, and then this white cosmos. So I really find using a bit of white, so this is a really good example. It's not been pollinated, it's just opening up. So tomorrow this will be in a really good position to use because it will have come open, whereas see this isn't good because it's been pollinated. It's less important, I suppose, for bridal bouquets because they're it's not like about vase life, right? The bridal bouquets, I guess, are slightly different. We're not looking for like loads of days in the vase, but we are looking for something's going to stand up to being out of the water for like really long time. So we've got to choose flowers that are top condition basically, which means that they need to be sort of at their best. So this is why sort of bridal stuff and wedding stuff, you take a little bit longer with the bride's bouquet because you're choosing stuff that like really is going to look so good on the day, and it's going to stand out in pictures and not for the wrong reason. Oh, look at all these zinnias. Oh my gosh. So we've got a few that we can use here. Some oh, look at that. Isn't that amazing? So I have now got all of my flowers for tomorrow. These are going to have a really good soak. I think I'm going to make up the 2 bridal bouquet. I think I'm going to make everything up tonight. They'll have had time to soak and they'll go in water anyway overnight. Yeah, really excited to work with these. Like I said, in terms of like using other flower growers, initially I felt sort of not ashamed, I guess worried that I should be doing everything myself, but this year has been really a big learning curve for me in terms of like how much I need, how many flowers I need, different types of flowers, foliage, all of that. And I think it's really important to not be too hard on yourself with this kind of stuff because you're learning. And the good thing about living here and having such an amazing community of seasonal British flower growers, I'm not having to order stuff in from the Netherlands or further afield. I can either get it from somewhere local to me or order from somewhere not too far away basically. So yeah, it's really cool. And I think you know, if you are in a similar position when you're thinking, oh god, I've not grown enough stuff, that's okay. So this is where everything goes when I have my flowers in. So that's mine, dahlias, and then these are the ones I've just taken in. Bill's also here. Yeah, this is real life. This is you know, this is my Florrie Troy. Love her. But yeah, we are just having a little rest before I go back to my day job. So yeah, everything's now here that I need. Hopefully that means that I can just crack on with the once they've conditioned. So they're gonna sit in a lot of water and have a good drink in the cool. It's lovely and cool in my house. And then we are going to start making the bouquets really. This is my really lovely white yarrow, but a lot of it's gone over, so I'd rather it didn't self-seed everywhere. So I'm going to chop it back because then I can see what is useful still, because we've got some fresh ones coming, but I've not really been using it and I'd like to. So I'm going to chop basically all of the spent stuff, get some weeds out, and yeah. And I'm not being too perfect about how I cut it, so I need to do it quickly. So these are my fruit bowl colours, mixed in with some of the Colorado sea mix. So this is a really gorgeous yellow, pale yellow, and I found it actually really useful. This one's got quite short stems now, and then this brighter pink has been really useful as well, because I make quite a lot of bouquets for retail. So I'm going to save the seeds off some of these, and this is really lovely. It's more of like this has gone over a bit, so yeah, that's the plan.